The air was thick with anticipation as the longships of Ragnar Lodbrok sliced through the frigid waters of the North Sea. The seasoned Viking warriors, clad in chainmail and furs, stood ready, their eyes blazing with the lust for battle and vengeance. Their destination was the coast of Northumbria, where King Aella reigned, a man whose treachery had ignited a firestorm of rage within Ragnar's heart. Years earlier, Aella had captured Ragnar and thrown him into a pit of serpents, where the legendary Viking chieftain met a gruesome death. His sons, Bjorn Ironside, Ivar the Boneless, Hvitserk, and Sigurd Snake in the Eye, had sworn an oath to avenge their father's death. This oath had united them and their clans into the great heathen army, a force the likes of which England had never seen. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a golden hue over the horizon as the longships landed on the shores of Northumbria. The warriors disembarked with practiced efficiency, their faces painted with the grim determination of those who had come not just to conquer, but to exact retribution. Leading them was Bjorn Ironside, his presence a towering beacon of strength and fury. As they marched inland, the villagers fled in terror, spreading word of the advancing Viking horde. The sound of war horns echoed through the valleys, a clarion call to arms that rallied Aella's forces. The stage was set for a legendary confrontation, a clash of steel and sinew that would echo through the annals of history. The battlefield was a wide plain bordered by dense woods, offering little cover for either side. Ragnar's sons stood at the forefront, their eyes fixed on the horizon where the dust clouds of Aella's army began to appear. Bjorn, his axe gleaming in the early morning light, turned to his brothers. "This is for our father," he said, his voice a low growl. "Let none escape our wrath." Ivar the Boneless, mounted on a chariot due to his crippled legs, grinned savagely. "We will make them regret ever crossing our path." The two armies clashed with a thunderous roar, the ground trembling beneath their feet. Viking axes and swords met Saxon shields and spears in a symphony of violence. The air was filled with the cries of the wounded and the dying, the clang of metal on metal, the relentless beat of war drums. Bjorn fought with the ferocity of a berserker, his axe cleaving through enemy ranks with brutal efficiency. His strength and skill were legendary, and he seemed almost invincible as he carved a path through the battlefield. By his side, Hvitserk and Sigurd fought with equal tenacity, their movements a deadly ballet of coordinated strikes and parries. Ivar, though unable to walk, proved to be a formidable warrior in his own right. His chariot, driven by loyal retainers, cut through the chaos with deadly precision. He wielded a bow with unerring accuracy, each arrow finding its mark with lethal efficiency. As the battle raged on, the Viking warriors pressed their advantage, driving Aella's forces back with relentless determination. The Saxon king, realizing the tide was turning against him, attempted to rally his men, but the sight of Ragnar's sons, each one a living testament to their father's legacy, filled them with dread. With a final desperate charge, Aella led his remaining forces in a bid to break the Viking lines. But it was too late. Bjorn and his brothers, fueled by the memory of their father's brutal death, fought with renewed vigor. They cut through Aella's guard and cornered the king himself. Aella stood defiantly, his sword raised, but the fear in his eyes betrayed him. Bjorn stepped forward, his axe poised for the killing blow. "This is for Ragnar," he said, his voice cold and unforgiving. The axe fell, and Aella's reign came to a bloody end. The battlefield fell silent, save for the moans of the wounded and the crackle of burning pyres. The Viking warriors stood victorious, their vengeance complete. As the sun set over the blood-soaked plains, Bjorn and his brothers gathered around a makeshift pyre, where they set aflame the bodies of their fallen comrades. The fire blazed high into the night, a beacon of their triumph and a tribute to their father. In the end, Ragnar's sons had avenged his death and carved their names into history. The legend of Ragnar's revenge would be told for generations, a testament to the unbreakable bond of family and the unyielding spirit of the Viking warriors.